All right, let's look at week 17 composite polygons homework. First question, are these two lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, we know parallel are like train tracks. They never cross. They would go on forever. Perpendicular forms right angles. Neither is just intersecting, they cross. So here's a right angle, that's a corner, so that's perpendicular. These will cross, not at a right angle, so those are neither. Those are definitely parallel. Those are not parallel or perpendicular. Those would be neither. Okay, so we need to know what those three words mean. Next, answer the questions about the polygons before. How many sides they have. Okay, so we look at how many sides. 1, 2, 3 sides. 3 sides is a triangle, so that's figure A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 8 is an octagon. None of these is an octagon. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, we can call it a septagon or a heptagon. Here's a heptagon, figure C. None of them are quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, quad means 4. All right, that's question 2. Question 3, what is the average of 50 and 77? Okay, so what number is halfway between 50 and 77? It's gonna be somewhere in the 60s. We don't know exactly that way. If the numbers are close, sometimes you can just kind of figure out what's halfway in between. We know we can add them up and divide by 2. So 50 plus 77 is 127. And then we're going to divide 127 by 2. 2 goes into 1, 0 times. 2 goes into 12, 6 times. Remainder 0. Bring the 7 down. 2 goes into 7, 3 times. With the remainder of 1. Okay, we can do one of two things right now. We can change it into a fraction. 63 and 1 out of 2, 63 and a half. Or, we're going to be coming up to this soon, we can put a decimal in here, and we can annex as many zeros as we want on this side. It'll still be an equivalent answer. So let's bring that 0 down. 2 goes into 10, 5 times. No remainder. So we could keep annexing zeros, but we would just get 0, 0, 0. So there's our answer, 63.5, which is the same as 63 and a half. If it's an odd number, you divide by 2, it's going to give you a half. If it's even, it'll give you an even answer. Find this missing side length. Okay, so here's my missing side length here. So we got to see what's parallel to this. We can see that this is parallel to that, parallel to that. So this and this added together is the same length as that. So 7 plus something is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11. Knowing our facts, or 11 minus 7 is 4. And that is just centimeters. It's not squared. It is measuring length. Okay, same type thing on this next one. So let's find this missing side length here, which is parallel to this and this. So this and this are the same as this. So 8 plus something is 14. So the answer is 6. Okay, so if I'm going to find the perimeter, I'm going to add up all the sides. Okay, I can start anywhere and just work my way around it. So 14 plus 7 is 21, plus 8 is 29, plus 9 is 38, plus 6 is 44, plus 16 is 60 feet. And I would want to check that. Another way to look at it is, well, since that's 14, that plus that is 14, so double 14 is 28. And since that's 16, that plus that is 16, so double 16 is 32. The answer is 60. It's a good idea to check your work. You can do that pretty quickly. Okay, find the area of this figure. It is not a regular polygon. We could cut it a couple ways. I could cut it there and there, and have that shape, that, and that, 3 rectangles. I could have done it this way and gotten 3 rectangles, or I could have found a big rectangle and subtracted the little rectangle. I'll do it this way since I already have it drawn this way. Okay, this whole side is 8. This far we don't know. The whole thing is 6. And this far is 3, so this has got to be 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, so now this, a different color. We said that's 3, and that's 2. Always find the right angle. 3 times 2 is 6. That's 3, and that's 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So 6 plus 24. So that's 36. Now we're centimeters square. Okay. Okay, the next one we're going to do similarly, but we're going to do subtraction this time. So we could divide it up into 3 rectangles, but I'm going to take this big rectangle and then we're going to take a bite out of it. So we'll subtract that out. So 19 times 10 for the big rectangle. 19 tens, 190. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract out this bite. We took this bite out of it, which is 9 times 8. 9 times 8 is 72. So it's 190 minus 72, which is 118 square feet. Okay. If I want to add those, take the big one minus the little one. Okay, question 8. A rectangular region is removed from another rectangular region. Same type problem. Okay, so we're going to take the big one, find the right angle, it's here, 9 times 16, and then we'll subtract out the little one, 5 times 7. 9 times 16, I'll just work it out real quick. 144. And subtract out 5 times 7, 35. 109 square centimeters. Okay, this next one. A right triangle is removed from the rectangle. Okay, so now we need to use the formula for a triangle. Remember, triangles are half parallelograms. They're half rectangles. So we got to divide this by 2. So first let's take this whole thing. 6 times 10. The whole thing is 60. And then we're going to subtract out this triangle. Find the right angle, always find the right angle. So half base times height, half 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18, so half of 18 is 9. So we're going to do 60 minus that 9. The whole thing 60 minus 9. So the answer is 51 square centimeters. We know it's got to be less than 60. So our answer does make sense. Next, okay, so now we have our rectangle removed from a triangle. Okay, so let's find the triangle area. Well, this line's not 5. The base times the height is here. Here's my right angle in my triangle. I got to imagine that that's there first, and then I can take it out. So that's 5, and that's 2, so this whole side is 7. That's 5, and that's 4, so this whole side is 9. So half of 9 times 7. 9 times 7 is 63, and then half of 63, we can go back and do the average again. It's going to be 31.5, 31 and a half. Okay. After we do that, we're going to subtract out this rectangle. This rectangle at the right angle is 2 times 4, which is 8. So we're going to subtract 8 off 31 and a half. 8 is the same as 8.0, so we need to line up our decimals. Our answer is 23.5, or 23 and a half square yards. Okay, that one's a little challenging. That's it. That's your homework for this week. Okay, let's do a good job on this homework. This will lead us into our quiz this week. Our quiz this week on Friday, we'll have questions like this in the last 2 weeks as well. Good luck.